All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to do a loving kindness meditation. Oops, something's happening there. But first, I want to just talk a little bit about it. It's always interesting to me when, the Yoga Sutra and Buddhist philosophy and practices are not the same. They are totally different lineages, but it's always amazing to me when they kind of do this convergence. And any religion for that matter, and yoga is not a religion, but any spiritual practices. I love when the intersections happen, when we start to really be confirmed. It's like walking on a mountain and suddenly trails cross, and it's like, oh, you're going up that way too. Maybe we'll walk together for a little while, and then take different paths. So to me, there's one aspect that I noticed this in the combination of the Yoga Sutras and the Brahmavihara in Buddhism. So if you've never heard of that, the Brahmavihara is the four divine abodes. I think that word translates to mean divine abode. And what it really is the states of mind that help us live within like a calm, steady mind that creates a sense of divinity within us. And it translates almost exactly to Yoga Sutra in the Yoga Sutras, Sutra 1.33. And you've heard me talk about the Yoga Sutra before, and it's remarkable to me that these two kind of link up. So Sutra 1.33 is the locks and keys. So we have kind of like a lock is kind of not a conundrum, but a place where our relationships, how we interact with each other, we might rub up against something, and we have a key that helps us kind of unlock uh, good behavior in our interactions with other people, so that we ultimately the purpose of the locks and keys is to create and retain an undisturbed mind, an undisturbed calm mind. So Sutra 1.3 is friendliness, being friendly toward the happy, compassionate toward the unhappy. And remember, unhappy, the word dukkha, but it's not just like I'm not happy because, it's raining outside. It's kind of grief and suffering and unhappiness in a bigger term than just I'm not happy. So friendliness toward those who are happy, compassion toward those who are unhappy or suffering, delight in the virtuous, those who are virtuous, and an equanimity toward those who are non-virtuous. So, that friendliness, compassion, delight, and equanimity are the keys that unlock having a state of goodwill toward others and holding an undisturbed calmness in our own mind. And the Brahmavihara is almost exactly the same as those four aspects of Sutra 133. The divine abodes are metta, loving kindness, or you could think of it as friendliness. So, offering your loving kindness or friendliness, compassion. When you meet up with someone who is struggling, to have the strength and courage to be present within that. And then the third is a sympathetic joy. And this is, kind of joy in other people's happiness. So I've heard it described as the opposite of, what's that German word? Freudenschauer? I forget the word, but kind of like when you get a little rah-rah when someone you don't like is struggling, or you get jealous of someone who is happy. Really, when we can be joyous and celebrate other people's happiness, other people's accomplishments without kind of our own stuff getting in the way of that. And then the fourth is equanimity, being able to have a sense of steadiness even when there's disturbing things happening around you. So when in the Buddhist meditation of loving kindness meditation, you really take into consideration those four divine abodes of offering happiness toward those who are happy, compassion towards those who are suffering, feeling joy and delight to those who are virtuous and doing good deeds, and a sense of equanimity for those who are causing harm. So to me, it's one thing to kind of like think about these things, but it's another thing to put them into practice. So if you think of those like locks and keys, know that you have these keys to unlock a good behavior in relationships all the time. And it takes a lot of courage and strength to sit with other people's suffering, to kind of work to release your own sense of jealousy or greed, wanting what other people have. It's certainly to calm your anger when you see non-virtuous tasks that people are doing. So it takes a lot of courage to work with these keys. And ultimately, the goal is to create an undisturbed, calm mind so that we can make choice. We have capacity to be in the world and show up the way we want, in that beautiful quality that fosters goodwill and promotes good behavior within ourselves. So the work of this, the meditation of this, is a loving kindness meditation. And we're going to both begin and end with a loving kindness meditation. So you have all done this with me before, but remember, when you come into a loving kindness meditation, first you're going to offer these attributes, and the traditional attributes are, may you be happy, may you be safe, may you be healthy, and may you live at ease. So we can offer those four things to, as we go through offering that to the people in our little list that we're going to create. But of course, you can always change those words to be whatever you want them to be. Um, and you also don't have to do the order in which I'm going to guide us. So the traditional order of loving kindness meditation is to offer to self first, and always it can be a person or an animal. It doesn't have to be a person. Self first, and then we choose an easy person, someone that we don't have a very complicated relationship with, that we can very easily offer these things. And then we work toward a benefactor, or someone who has supported us, taught us, helped us in some way. And then we move to a neutral person, someone, and I like this category because there's a lot of people in the neutral category. It could be people that you love dearly, but it could also be, the bank teller, or the person that you let you in when you were driving in traffic. Neutral people can be a lot of, we can look out into the world well with the neutrality. And then next we move toward a challenging person, and then all of humanity. So at any point, you can return to self, or return to the easy person if you find yourself struggling with it. And like I said, you can choose different offerings besides the traditional happy, safe, healthy, and easeful. So you make this your own, just like we make our physical practice your own, you make this your own. Okay, so as we begin, let's find, maybe wiggle about. I know I've been chatting a little bit, so you've been sitting, so let's just start with a little bit of grounding in our body. So close your eyes and feel free to, start a little bit of movement. Maybe you want a moment of a cat cow, where we kind of roll through our spine a little bit and kind of rock forward and backward on our pelvis, on whatever we're sitting on. So we just start to invite our body to be a part of this process instead of just the top-down thinking mind. And then maybe take a little bit of a twist here. You can bring your hand to a knee, or however twisting feels good for you. Make sure that you take a little time to notice your breathing. Maybe we can do a little bit of shoulder shrugs or neck movements, maybe a little bit of hand movements out there, kind of whatever feels good to you. And then once you're ready to soften into stillness again, close your eyes and bring your attention into your breath. And we can have goals to, touch our toes and get strong and flexible and able-bodied. But really, the deeper work here is to get strong in the fortitude of our minds and um, how we relate into the world and with others. So take a moment as you close your eyes and soften inward to just notice the breath and link up the mind and body. Come into the presence of now. Let's appreciate anything that feels delightful right now. It could be the way you're breathing. Maybe your breath feels really good and we're just kind of celebrating the breath, or any other aspect of your mind body that in this moment, in this present moment, feels good. All right, so I'll carry us through the traditional sequence, but of course, if you want to alter who you're thinking of at any point or offer different words to these people, and remember, it doesn't have to just be words in your mind, it's a heart state that we're offering as well. So feel your heart space broaden and open. And if you get lost, always return to your breath. So if you'd like to begin with turning inward toward yourself, and you can put your hands on your body somewhere if you'd like, or not. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you be at ease. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you be at ease. Moving along to an easy person. Could be an animal too. Always remember animals are a part of this as well. But someone who's just so easy for you to offer goodwill toward, uncomplicated. Okay, may you be happy. And just offer your energy to this person. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you have ease. And moving on to a benefactor, someone who has supported you, someone who has taught you, someone who has guided you, encouraged you, uplifted you, inspired you. Just find a person. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you be at ease. And then moving toward a neutral person. May you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. I'm moving on to a challenging person. And remember, when we offer these four blessings, usually it's not a condoning of bad behavior. It's an offering to someone who might be behaving badly. And if they were happy, if they were safe, if they were healthy, if they were more at ease, maybe their behavior would change. So we're offering the roots to them. So this challenging person, may you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And all of humanity, may you be happy. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. Bring your hands together and just that kind of sink in and recognize that when we live within the abode of these four divine abodes, it changes us, it shifts us. Okay. So enjoy the shifting. And let's begin our physical practice. So come to lie down. I heard of this study with loving kindness meditation where they offered this to preschoolers, and the preschoolers, after doing loving kindness meditation, I'm sure it was altered a little bit, were much more likely to give their stickers to the kids that they didn't like than before. So, I mean, what a beautiful example of how this changes our behavior and our goodwill toward others. So let's stretch now and reach your arms, reaching one side a little longer, reaching another a little longer, and just open up the sides of your body and bring yourself into your body and breathe. And then draw your knees into your chest and a little bit of rocking, kind of celebrating, feeling your body in whatever way. If you're diverging off the path of what I'm offering, that's awesome. You do you. Just stay within yourself and be exploratory. Okay. Hang on to your knees and let's circle. Can you befriend everything that you're doing? Can it be friendliness toward yourself? Can you have that sense of loving kindness and compassion toward yourself in your practice? Open your knees away from the middle and back in. And can you celebrate your own virtues? When you find yourself having more patience or more capacity to sit with someone who's suffering, can you celebrate these things within yourself? Right knee into your chest, left leg long, and let's roll around in your ankles. And when you find yourself feeling calm despite the turbulence that the world sends our way, Can you celebrate when you find these four keys kind of unlocking some goodness within you? Right, left knee and right leg long on the ground. Let's move about in our ankles and wiggle through our toes and enjoy your feet. A little gratitude for your feet. Stretch open to a star on the ground. Reach your limbs wide. Maybe roll your wrists and roll your ankles and just touch out to the edges of you. And then draw your knees in toward your chest and give a nice hug. And one more time, expanding open, getting free in your body. And then exhale, drawing in toward your chest. And relax your head down onto the ground. Put your arms out to the side and let's windshield wiper our knees left and right. Nice and gentle. Try to recognize that your yoga practice doesn't have to have destinations. It doesn't have to have, um, a purpose of getting you fit. That it's really just about being embodied, present, feeling good within yourself. Drop your knees over to the left, twist open to the right. Breathe deeply. Let your breath travel everywhere that you can let it go and notice it. Notice the breath changing your body shape. And bring your knees back up. Shift your hips over to the other way. Drop your knees down, twisting open. And I think I said this last week that a worthy asana practice, yoga practice, would be one where you just breathe and focus on your breath for the whole time. And that would be leaps and bounds of good fodder for your well-being. Okay, come back to center, stretch out to a star. One more time, reaching your limbs really wide. Exhale, knees into your chest. And let's roll to our side and come up to your hands and your knees. As you find your way onto all fours, let's start now inviting some movement through our spine. So you can cat-cow if it feels good to do so. Arching the back, feeling that nice, beautiful opening in the front of your body. And then rounding the spine and notice what you feel in the back of your body. Let your practice be one of inquiry, just paying attention, noticing what you feel. And then alter your movements if you'd like. You can do any kind of movement through your spine. Remember all the ways your spine can move. All right. And then curl your toes under. Stretch back towards child's pose with your toes curled under so you open up the bottom of your feet. Notice your breathing. And then come back up and maybe give your feet a little bit of tap on the ground. Reach your arm all the way, one of them up in the air, and then exhale to find a twist. Opening up your spine in this way, breathing deeply. And then let's face the ground a little bit more with your chest. So you're stretching your shoulder just a bit differently. Wide collarbones. Drop your hips back toward your heels. And then inhale, bring that arm back up in the air. Hand comes down, switching sides, arm high. Exhale, arm under. Full breaths here. Soften through your gaze. And come out a bit so you can face the ground with your chest, wide collarbones, stretching your shoulder. Drop your hips back. And then lift that arm back up in the air. hand comes down onto the ground. Stay on all fours, turn and look at your foot. So we're opening up through one side of our body. And then turn and look at the other foot. You can move your hip off to the side a little bit, stretching through your side body. And then come back to a full child's pose. Drop your heels. Now we'll let our toes stretch straight, unless you like the toe curled under version. And we'll walk our hands out in front of us and feel a little bit of mobility here. Breathe deeply. And then we'll lift to a dog pose when you're ready. Curl the toes under. Come on up off the ground with your knees and feel those hands and feet find the purchase of the ground. So explore, your whole foot, your whole hand, what's available to yield and ground. And just come into a state of movement. So don't be still just yet. I mean, you can be, of course, but let yourself take a little walk for a moment within this posture. And when you're ready, you can start to create a little more stillness if you'd like and yield into the ground. Feel that length, the crown tail. Can you feel that length in your spine? How is your breath? And then walk your feet forward. Come to Uttanasana, a forward fold. Relax your head. Feel that kind of waterfall of your spine. Let your knees bend as much as you want. Inhale for a halfway lift. You can grab some blocks if you like blocks in your practice. I like blocks. Gives my spine a lot of space, so you can put blocks under your hands if you'd like. Spread open the soles of your feet. Lift your sit bones. And then relax to melt again. Let your neck soften. Melt your head. Drop your seat. Press up. Coming to a stand. Reach the arms to the sky. Feeling that extension, that openness in your body. Let's cactus open the chest. Give a good squeeze to the back. And then exhale and round in chin to chest. Inhale. Coming on up. Big breath. Exhale, folding forward. Relax your head. A halfway lift, opening up through your spine. And exhale, and melting to fold again. Step back to a dog pose. Long spine, feel that extension and space in your body. Breathing deeply. Yield and push and reach. Feel that sense of breathing and yielding, the cornerstones of our practice. Come forward into a plank. Drop your shoulders away from the ears. Feel the gathering of center body support. How's your breath? All right, put your knees down on the ground. Find the earth. Roll the shoulders. Feel that movement in your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath. Open up to a cobra pose. Big breath here. Exhale to melt. Again, rising up. All right, we'll come onto all fours. Feel free to move your spine any way you want. Kind of opening things up a little bit. We'll come to a dog pose when you feel ready. And as you are ready, see what it feels like to ground again, hands and feet. And then we'll lift the right leg up in the air, squaring up your hips. Lift your left hip up and back. Feel the 3 points of contact give you purchase on the ground. Yield and push off. And then as you exhale, draw your knee into your chest, shoulders over wrist for a plank, knee into chest. Bring it on back. Place it on down. Switching sides. Left leg lifts, right hip lifts up. Keep your hips square. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knee to your chest. Shoulders over wrists. Bring it on back. Put that foot down onto the ground. Walk your feet forward. Come to Uttanasana. Bend your knees a lot. There's no need to have straight legs in this pose. You can if you want to. Inhale for a halfway lift. Opening up through your spine. Melting again. Relax your head. Push through your feet. Rising up. Tracing down through the center of your body and pause here. Notice the embodiment. Feel the ground. Feel the grounding. Feel your breath. Inhale, rising up. Arms coming high. And then exhale, floating forward. A halfway lift. Relax again. Step your left foot back. Come to a lunge. Finding your breath. Start to move through your body. We'll straighten our front leg a little bit. Chin down if you'd like. Toes up if you'd like. And then come forward into a lunge. Any variations that you find helpful in your body. Any variations that give you the grounding and the breath. And place your back knee down. Uncurl your toes if you'd like, or keep them curled. Inhale, rise up with your left arm, feeling that extension, and we'll bring our forearm onto our knee and twist. Big breath in, full breath out. All right, coming back to center, curl toes under, lift up, crescent lunge, push through your feet, rising up high, squaring your hips to the front. Feel free to bend your back knee as much as you need so you feel really stable in the center of your body. And then we'll turn sideways on your mat, wide-legged stance, straight legs, release your head down and melt. Opening up the hamstrings a little bit. Full breaths. From here, bend into your right knee so that you just kind of feel that left inner thigh open up a little bit more. Stay low with your torso. And then we'll come to the other side, bending into that left knee, stretching open the right inner thigh. Come back to center, adjust your legs. You might turn your toes out, deep wide squat. Elbows inside your knees, opening up your legs a little bit more. Feel your ground. Root and rise, lengthening your spine. And then turn back to the front of your mat for a lunge. Walk your back foot forward, stay low. Halfway lift on your in-breath. Open up your legs, stretch open your calves, spread open the bottom of your feet, lift your sit bones, melting again. Step back with your right foot, come to a lunge. All right, let's bend and straighten your front knee here. Come into that beautiful movement pattern of waking up your legs, keeping your hips square. All right, we'll place the back knee on the ground. Come on up. Reaching your arm to the sky, feeling that extension. And we'll take the forearm, elbow, or hand to the knee so we can twist open. Try not to fall to the ground. We're still grounding. So root down through your front foot. Find the midline with your inner thighs. And come back to center. Put your hands on blocks, lift your back knee up off the ground, root down, rise up. Crescent lunge, squaring the hips to the front. See if you can keep your back knee, you can bend it or straighten it, whatever feels good. Sometimes a little bend gives you that lower center of gravity and a little more maneuverability for your low back. And then release your hands. Back foot comes forward, stand in Tadasana. Finding your breath. We'll come up onto our toes, reaching the arms high, a little bit of balance here. And then exhale and release down. Turn sideways on your mat, wide-legged stance again. Turn your toes out a little bit, bend your knees, elbows inside your knees. Inhale, standing star. Find your breath. Can you imagine, offering outward from your heart all the way to your limbs, that core all the way to our distal energy? Can you just keep it going out through your hands and your legs, that sensing of the whole world? May you be happy. Take it in on yourself too, both drawing into self and outward. Okay, may you be safe. Both to self and outward, may you be healthy. May you be at ease. Release your hands down. Turn your right foot out. Let's find some mobility here. Inhale, upright with your legs and arms. Exhale, coming into Virtu. And just dance within this pose a little bit so we have, maybe some movements through our arms, movements through our legs. Just kind of find a little bit of mobility and then stability. When you're ready to just stay. Relax the shoulders. Offer the breath to the pose. Feel your grounding, your stability, your strength of those legs supporting you. Root down. Can you feel that crown tail energy of length and space? Can you feel from your center out to your six limbs, crown, tail, arms, legs, and back in again? Okay, let's reverse that warrior. Open up that side body. And then when you're ready, elbow on your knee, Parsva. Open up through your whole side. Ground yourself. Feel some roots. Have your breath with you the whole way. Let it be your leader. Come back up. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. So start with a little bit of play in your joints so you don't have to, necessarily stay in a movement pattern right away. And then when you do feel ready, when your knee and your hip and your grounding and your shoulders and your heart, everything feels ready for holding a posture, we'll be here. Dynamically breathe. Can you feel that coming into the center and expanding through your limbs? Can you feel the ground support you? Can you feel your breath support you? Let's reverse the warrior. Lift that arm up and feel the side body stretch open. And then we'll come, and you can always straighten your leg for a moment. We'll come back into Parsvakonasana, stretching that arm overhead. Again, any bit of practice change, any modifications, maybe you're on the ground lying in Shavasana right now. All is good. Whatever you're doing, you're following what's right for you in this moment. Try to be very exploratory. Inquire within. All right, and then we'll come up, standing star, one more time. Again, drawing into the center and reaching out. May I and all beings everywhere be happy. May I and all beings everywhere be safe. May I and all beings everywhere be healthy. May I and all beings everywhere be at ease. Release your arms down. Turn your toes out. Take a deep breath. Wide arms. Gather up that energy from below and drop down. Push through your feet. Lift up from the ground upward. Notice what you're feeling. Do you have a sense of stability? Are you able to stay open? Are you able to stay with your breath? Track open your knees. This next one will stay. Pause here, open your heart. Draw your shoulders as your chest broadens. Breathe deeply. Feel the bottom of your feet. We'll stand, turn your feet straight and come down to rest. You can put your forearms or head or hands on something. Melt through your skull. Hands on blocks or on ground, right under your shoulders. Bend into your right knee again and open up that left inner thigh. So this left leg is straight. How's your breath? Come back over to the other side. And then come back. Let's turn back to the front of your mat. A dog pose. Enjoy coming back to neutral territory. Yield, ground down. I will come forward into a plank, holding yourself steady, root down. And we'll put our knees down onto the ground. Take a deep breath, a cobra pose, melting to fold again. Get your blocks out of the way so that you can move your arms in a sweeping action. We'll start with our arms overhead. Okay, ground through your core, your legs, press them down. Use your glutes a bit and your core. We're going to lift our torso up, arms up, and sweep your arms back behind next to your legs and back out again. Keep your neck neutral. Don't look forward, look down. Stay upright with your torso off the ground a little bit as we just sweep our arms back and forth, up and down. Neck is neutral. And on this last one, as we sweep back, stretch, lengthen your fingers toward your feet, lift your chest a little bit more, and then relax. Put your hands underneath your forehead, pick up your feet, and windshield wiper your knees. And let's roll to our right side. Bend your knees. Grab your left ankle and stretch your quad. Heel close to your buttocks. See if you can keep your stability through your torso. We're stacking shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Try not to let the knee flare up to the sky, but keep it in line with your hip. Head is resting on your arm. You can always use a block under your head if that's better. And then draw your knee into your chest. Tuck your chin and round your spine a little bit. And then come rolling onto your belly. And we'll go to the second side. Knees in a little bit so our hips are bent. We'll grab onto the right ankle. Stretch that right knee back. Keep your knee in line with the hip. Stack your shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Opening up a quad stretch. How's your breathing? All right, then draw your knee into your chest and relax onto your belly again. Bring your right knee up high toward your armpit. Take a look at it, and then we'll find our twist. With your left arm, you can reach it right overhead, like in front of the mat, or more over to the right side. Your choice of how that arm lands, and then twist open. Let your head rest. Big, full, beautiful breaths here. There's so much beauty to the breath. Let's invite it, enjoy it. All right, and come back to center. And we'll bring the other knee up, left knee up. Look at it for a moment. Right arm overhead or over to the left, twisting open. Breathing deeply. Let your spine enjoy this pose. All right, come rolling back to your belly. Come up onto all fours. Give your spine just a little bit of mobility and then come down and rest in child's pose. Pigeon or reverse pigeon, your choice. Support yourself any way your body loves. If you're in pigeon pose, try to have something to support your head. If you're in reverse pigeon pose, rest your head on the ground. Keep your hips square. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. If your neck is tender, be very conscious to notice patterns of tension melt. Sometimes rocking your forehead on the block can be a nice way to tell your neck that all is well and you can rest. Come out of there. Find the other side, whatever variations you're doing. Support anything that needs supporting. You know, you want your joints to feel safe, supported, at ease, okay? Healthy, happy. All the things that we've been offering inward and outward. Let's offer it to our hip joints here and our knees, our ankles. come out of there, come onto your back. And as we start to prepare for Shavasana, we're going to start our Shavasana with another bit of breath here. So be very mindful of the sense of yielding. When you get to a place of support and comfort, bring your awareness over and over to your breath. Let it nourish you, relax you. And to move in small bits, your toes, your fingers, your ankles, your wrists. Maybe a bigger movement as you come to sit up again. Take your time carefully. And once more, we'll recognize these 4 keys to keeping a calm mind and goodwill toward others, feeling happy for those who are happy, compassionate for those who are suffering, delight for those who are virtuous, and equanimity toward those who are not virtuous. Okay, so think of your people, yourself, your easy person you worked with, benefactor or inspiring person you worked with, your neutral person, your difficult person, and all beings everywhere. May we all be happy. May we all be safe. May we all be healthy. And may we all be living with ease. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.